My father-in-law called me last month, absolutely furious. A dealership had just tried to sell him a brand new Toyota RAV4 for $38,000 on a 72-month loan at 8.9% interest. He is 74 years old. He drives to the grocery store twice a week and to his grandson's baseball games on Saturdays. They saw gray hair and they treated him like an ATM. That phone call is why I am making this video. After 22 years under the hood, I can tell you with absolute certainty that seniors do not need a $40,000 crossover with a lane keep system that beeps every 30 seconds. They need something comfortable, reliable, and cheap enough to pay cash for. Today I am giving you 3 SUVs under $12,000 right now that will outlast any new Toyota rolling off the lot. Number 1 on this list is the SUV. I put my own 71-year-old mother into, and she has not had a single issue in 4 years. Number 3, Honda CR-V, 2012 to 2014. Let me tell you why this one made the list over the Toyota RAV4 of the same era. 3 years ago, a retired school teacher, 68 years old, came into my shop asking me to inspect a 2013 RAV4 she was about to buy from a private seller. $13,500 with 94,000 miles. I put it on the lift, pulled the history, and told her the truth. The RAV4 was fine, but I had seen a 2013 CR-V EXL that same morning listed at $11,200 with 82,000 miles. Lower miles, lower price, and in my experience, slightly lower repair costs over time. She bought the CR-V. Last I heard, she is at 156,000 miles, 0 major repairs, and she takes her grandkids to dance class in it 4 days a week. Here is what makes the 4th generation CR-V from 2012 to 2014 a senior's dream. The K24 2.4-liter 4-cylinder engine is one of the most proven engines Honda has ever put in a vehicle. It is timing chain driven and naturally aspirated, so there is no turbocharger and no direct injection to cause carbon buildup. It just runs. I have personally worked on K24s pushing 280,000 miles with nothing done to them beyond oil changes and spark plugs. The transmission is the other reason I am recommending the 2012 to 2014 specifically. Those years came with a conventional 5-speed automatic. In 2015, Honda switched to a CVT, and while that CVT is actually reliable, seniors overwhelmingly prefer the feel of a traditional automatic. It shifts the way a car is supposed to shift. But here's what actually matters for a senior driver. The seat height on the CR-V is perfect. Not too low, so you are not lowering yourself into it like a sports car. Not too high, so you are not hauling yourself up like a pickup truck. You just slide in. My mother-in-law has 2 bad knees, and she can get in and out of a CR-V without even touching the grab handle. The visibility is enormous. Tall windows, small blind spots, generous side mirrors. The steering wheel is not loaded up with 47 buttons. The climate control has actual knobs you can feel without looking down. Honda was not trying to impress anyone with this generation. They were trying to build something that worked. Pricing. A 2013 CR-V EX or EXL with 110,000 to 140,000 miles runs $8,500 to $11,500, depending on where you live. A same-year RAV4 with similar miles sits at $10,000 to $13,000. You save a couple of $1,000s, and in my shop, the CR-V comes in for repairs less often than the RAV4 does. Inspection checklist. First, check for oil weeping around the valve cover gasket. Some KT4s develop minor leaks around 120,000 miles. A $40 part, 1 hour of labor. Not a deal killer, but use it to negotiate. Second, listen for whining from the air conditioning compressor. These start howling around 130,000 miles. Replacement is about $600 installed. Third, watch for dashboard warning lights during the test drive. Some 2012 to 2013 models had wheel speed sensor issues. $180 to fix. Fourth, and this is the one people miss, check the rear brake caliper slides. They corrode badly in salt belt states. If the rear pads are wearing unevenly, figure $280 to rebuild them. Who should buy it? If you are a senior who wants something small enough to park at the grocery store, tall enough to see out of, and cheap enough that a repair bill does not ruin your month, the CR-V is perfect. Who should skip it? If you are regularly hauling 4 adults and cargo, the back seat is fine, but not generous. And if you want to tow anything over 1,500 pounds, this is not your SUV. Number 2, Toyota Venza, 2009 to 2015. This is the sport utility vehicle Toyota does not want you to remember. They discontinued the original Venza in 2015, brought it back in 2021 as a completely different hybrid crossover, and the first-generation models just sit on used lots with almost no demand. That is a problem for Toyota, and a massive opportunity for anyone shopping smart. I sold my own 2011 Venza to my aunt 3 years ago. She was 69 at the time, downsizing from a Suburban, and she wanted something that did not feel like climbing a mountain to get inside. I put her in the Venza. She sat down in the driver's seat, and in the dealership parking lot she said, "This is the one." Here is what makes the Venza the most overlooked senior sport utility vehicle on the road. Toyota built it on the Camry platform, but raised the ride height just enough to give you that sport utility vehicle visibility without the climb. The step-in height is the lowest of any Toyota sport utility vehicle ever made. You do not climb in. You slide in at hip level, exactly like getting into a car. For anyone with knee problems, hip issues, or a bad back, this single feature is worth the entire video. The drivetrain is where it gets silly. The 3.5-liter V6 in the Venza, the 2GRFE, is the same engine that powers the Highlander, the Sienna, the Camry Vive 6, and the Lexus RX 350. Same engine, same bulletproof reputation, same 6-speed automatic. That V6 is in my top 3 most reliable engines Toyota has ever built, and I have rebuilt a lot of Toyota engines in 22 years. If you find a 4-cylinder 2.7-liter Venza, that one ARFE is also solid, just slower. For a senior driving mostly around town and light highway, it is perfectly adequate and gets better fuel economy. But if you can find a V6, grab it, because the resale is about the same and the performance is on another planet. Pricing is where this gets absurd. A 2011 Venza 5.6 with 120,000 miles will be $7,500 to $10,000. A 2013 Venza 5.6 with 100,000 miles will be $10,000 to $12,500. You can buy this SUV in almost any trim and stay under $12,000. Mechanically, you are buying a Lexus RX 350 wearing a different badge. The interior is where Toyota really cooked. Big captain's chairs up front, tons of storage. The center console is so deep you can fit a purse inside it. The panoramic sunroof on higher trims makes the cabin feel enormous. The rear cargo area was designed to swallow golf clubs, strollers, and luggage without folding anything down. Inspection checklist. First, check the rear hatch struts on any model made before 2013. They weaken over time, and the hatch can start falling on people. $70 for a pair, 10 minutes to install. Expect $100 knocked off the price if the struts are original. Second, some 2009 to 2011 Venzas had a dashboard melting issue in hot climates. Toyota extended the warranty and replaced many of them. Check the top of the dash for stickiness or cracking. Third, pull the dipstick and check the oil level. A small percentage of early 2GR-FE engines consume oil between changes. If the oil level is low, walk away or negotiate a heavy discount. Fourth, inspect the alloy wheels. The Venza came with big 20-inch wheels on higher trims, and those wheels are prone to curb rash and bent lips from potholes. Who should buy it? Seniors with knee, hip, or back issues who need the lowest possible step in height. Anyone downsizing from a big SUV or minivan. Anyone who wants Lexus comfort at a fraction of the price. Who should skip it? If you need 3 rows of seating, it only seats 5. If you want to tow a boat, its rating is limited to about 3,500 pounds with the V6. Before I get to number 1, if this kind of straight talk is saving you money, hit subscribe. I put out videos every week on the cars dealerships do not want you to buy, the ones that actually make financial sense for real people. Number 1. Lexus RX 350, 2010 to 2013. If I could wave a wand and put every senior in America into one SUV under $12,000, it would be this one. I need you to understand exactly what you are getting when you buy a 10 to 15-year-old Lexus RX 350. You are buying a Toyota Highlander with a nicer interior, better sound insulation, and a luxury badge. That's it. Same 2GR-FE V6 engine, same 6-speed automatic, same all-wheel drive system, same mechanical platform. The only real differences are the badge, the leather quality, and about $8,000 in sticker price when new. 15 years later, that price gap has collapsed to almost nothing. Here is the story that made me a true believer on this one. 5 years ago, my parents were looking to replace my dad's old pickup. He is in his late 60s, my mom has bad knees, and they wanted something comfortable for long drives to visit grandkids in Arizona. My dad was looking at new RAV4 models, $33,000 for a mid-trim. I told him to save his money. I found a 2011 RX 350 with 98,000 miles, one older owner, full service records for $11,800. My dad almost did not believe me when I said it was a Lexus. He drove it home that afternoon. He is now at 162,000 miles. His total non-routine repair cost in 5 years includes a set of front brake pads, a water pump at 145,000 miles, and one battery. He has put 64,000 miles on this SUV and spent less than $900 on anything beyond oil and tires. Now let me tell you why this SUV is the gold standard for seniors specifically. The seat height gives you that same sliding in experience as the Venza. The seats themselves are the best in the class, period. Lexus uses a denser foam than Toyota and thicker leather. On a 3-hour drive, your back does not know where it is. The ride quality is what really separates this SUV from everything else on this list. Lexus engineers softened the suspension and added significantly more sound deadening than the Highlander. At 70 miles an hour on the highway, you can have a normal conversation without raising your voice. For seniors with hearing aids, this quiet detail matters enormously. The controls are laid out like they were designed by a human being. Big knobs, big buttons, clear labeling, no touchscreen where you dig through 3 menus to turn on the defroster. Analog gauges you can read at a glance. This is an SUV designed before the industry lost its mind on screens. When it comes to pricing, a 2010 RX 350 with 120,000 miles, $9,000 to $11,500. A 2011 RX 350 with 100,000 miles, $10,500 to $13,000. A 2012 RX 350 with 110,000 miles, $11,000 to $13,500. You can absolutely get into one under $12,000 with some patience. Inspection checklist. First, and this is the most important check on any RX of this era, pull the oil cap and shine a flashlight inside. You are looking for sludge. A few of these engines were run on extended oil intervals by owners who should not have been, and that leads to buildup. If the metal looks clean and gold, you are golden. If it looks like chocolate pudding, walk away. Second, test the power rear liftgate. The motor and struts can fail on high mileage examples. Repairs are about $400. Third, listen for a ticking at idle. A small percentage of 2GR FE engines develop a noisy VVTi actuator. It sounds scary, but the issue is cosmetic. Fourth, check the navigation screen for dimness or flickering. Replacement is $700 to $900. Use that issue to negotiate. Who should buy it? Any senior who wants the most comfortable, quiet, reliable SUV on the used market under $12,000. Commuters, grandparents hauling grandkids, retirees driving from Minnesota to Florida every winter. Who should skip it? If premium fuel sticks in your throat, the RX 350 recommends it, though it runs fine on regular for most driving. And if you want maximum cargo space, it is more luxurious than voluminous inside. So there you have it. 3 SUVs under $12,000 that will carry a senior for another 100,000 miles without drama. The Honda CR-V, the right-sized reliability champion. The Toyota Venza, the lowest step-in, most overlooked bargain on the entire used market. And the Lexus RX 350, the luxury SUV that depreciated itself straight into senior affordability. If you are helping a parent, a grandparent, or yourself shop for a vehicle, print this list and take it with you. Do not let a dealership put someone you love on a 6-year loan for a new Toyota when they could pay cash today for a used SUV that will outlast it by years. If this helped, hit subscribe. I have got another video right here on the most reliable used cars under $10,000, the ones that still make sense in 2026. 22 years of wrenching, and I will keep telling you the truth the industry will not. Drive safe, take care of your car, and it will take care of you. I will see you in the next one.